Good morning to everyone. So today we'll study about the edge runner mill. So first we'll see the diagram. So this is the edge runner mill. So the equipment, it is like similar to the grinder. Okay, so what we are using, right? So it is similar to that of grinder. Okay, so two stones will be there. So that will be placed in one of the bed. So nothing but equipment. Okay, and that is connected to one shaft. Okay, similarly to a grinder. So you'll see the principle. The size reduction is done by crushing due to heavy weight of stones. So crushing is nothing but compression, right? See, in a hammer mill, the mechanism is impact. In ball mill and fluid energy mill, the mechanism is impact and attrition. So two also working. And in edge runner mill and in end runner mill, the mechanism is compression. Okay. So nothing but due to heavy weight. Okay, so due to heavy pressure, so whatever the material will be there, so it will be crushed and we are getting the reduced fine particle. So construction, so we'll see the parts first. See, you can observe here two rollers will be there. So it may be stone or it may be ceramics. Okay, two rollers will be there and that is having heavy weight, and this is connected to a horizontal shaft. Okay, and also the whole thing is connected to a central vertically mounted shaft that is called as crank shaft. Okay, and these two rollers are mounted in a bed, so nothing but one container. Okay, and this container is made up of stone or granite. Okay, and the whole thing is connected to a one base. Okay, so to withstand the pressure, so we are connected to one of the base. Okay, and here in the bed, in the container, we can place a material. Okay, so these are the parts. We just have to draw these two rollers and horizontal shaft, vertical shaft, bed, base. So that's it. Okay, you'll see the construction. It consists of two heavy rollers and may weigh several tons. So it is having heavy weight. In grinder, so we are whatever the stones we are using, right? So that is not having that much of weight in compared to an industry. Okay, so that's very small. But in a large scale industry, we are using very big edge runner mill. Okay, so it occupy more space in a industry. Okay, so in that it is having more weight. Two rollers also. The roller move on a bed which is made up of granite or stone. Each roller has a central shaft and revolve on its axis. Okay, so this central shaft, what it is there, right? It will helps to rotate these two rollers on its axis. Okay, this central shaft has to rotate these rollers on its axis. Okay, and next, the rollers are mounted on horizontal shaft and move around the bed. Okay, and this horizontal shaft which is placed, right, it will help to these rollers to revolve around the bed. Okay, so rotate all over the bed. So in grinder, so whatever the stone will be there, right, two rollers, so just it will rotate on its axis, it will not cause revolution, right? But here in edge runner mill, it will cause rotation and also revolution. Okay, so like planet. Okay, so these are the construction part. Okay, the stone is having, roller is having heavy weight, so that is almost several tons, and it is placed in a bed which is made up of granite or stone. Each roller has a central shaft and revolve on its axis. The rollers are mounted on horizontal shaft and move around the bed. So that's it. Okay, so next working, the material to be ground is placed on the bed with the help of the scraper in such a way that it comes in the path of the stone wheel. So like in grinder, so they are giving one scraper, right? So why they are giving scrappers? So whatever the feed material will be there, so just we have to move under the stone. Okay, so then only all the material will get high pressure and go to the size reduction. So that's why, so first we have to place the material in a bed, then with the help of the scraper we have to make that material to go in a path of the stone wheel. Okay, these stones revolve on its own axis, and at the same time travel around the shallow stone bed. Okay, so on its axis also and around the bed also it will start to move. Okay, the material is ground for definite period. Okay, so so starting for installation only we will get to know that, so at what time and at what rpm, so we can get the finite particle. Okay, fine particle. So that time we have to fix the what edge runner mill. So for example, for 1 hour, for 2 hour, we have to fix the time, and with that time, so all the particle will go to size reduction. The powder is collected and passed through a sieve to get powder of required size. Okay, so after complete size reduction, so it is not like every particle is reduced to a fine particular size. Okay, so some of the particle is having 1 micrometer, some of the particle is having 1 millimeter. So it is not like every particle is reduced to a particular size and shape. Okay, so what we have to do after size reduction, we have to choose a siever. Okay, so depends upon the mesh size. Okay, so how much particle size we want. Okay, different type of holes. Okay, different type of mesh, different type of sieves we are getting. With the help of that sieve, we can collect the particle size which is required to us. Okay, so this is about edge runner mill, and the use is edge runner mill is used for grinding tough material to fine powder. Okay, so which is very hard and tough. Okay, so some of the particles very, it is not coming into contact with the balls. Okay, so when we are placed in a ball mill, okay, and in place of what fluid energy mill also, so just it will collide with each other and it will not get size reduction. So in that case what we have to do, we have to put some of the high pressure. Okay, so with the help of compression only, so we can reduce the tough material to fine powder. It is still used for plant based products, while more sophisticated mills are used for chemicals and drugs. Okay, so plant fibers will be there, means we can use this edge runner mill. Advantage, edge runner mill does not require attention during operation. Okay, so it doesn't need any attention. So like in hammer mill or in a bar mill, after some times it will produce heat, right? So when the size reduction is going on, so that time we had to place a water jacket and we had to cool down the temperature in a hammer mill and in a ball mill. But in a edge runner mill, so no need to take that type of attention. So once we start the what working, means after 1 hour we can off it. Okay, so and we'll get the particular size reduction, so no problem. Disadvantage is edge runner mill occupies more space than other commonly used mills, because so it is very big rollers will be there, and according to that big equipment also there. It is not like grinder, so it is very small equipment. Okay, but it looks like similar, but whereas in a edge runner mill, so it occupy more than the whatever, for example it's almost 7 meter. Okay, 7 meter or 5, more than 5 to 7 meter length will be there, and what 4 to 5 meter diameter will be there, the whole equipment. Okay, so like that big equipment we are using. Contamination of the product with roller material is possible. Okay, so contamination is high because it is not closed equipment. Okay, so some of the particle from outside also may enter into the product, and so in during the compression, so whatever the particles will be there in a roller, so it may also enter into the product. Okay, so contamination may occur. So that's the case, we are not using this edge runner mill for parental preparation or ophthalmic preparation. Okay, the milling process is time consuming. Okay, so it need more time compared to a hammer and ball mill. It is not used for sticky material because it will stick to the roller and it will not undergo size reduction. Energy consumption is quite high, so it require more energy when compared to a ball mill and hammer mill. Okay, so these are the some disadvantages. Okay, so this is about edge runner mill, very simple. So just go through the diagram and you will get to know what it is. Thank you.